Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome to Xenonauts X Division. I am pretty excited about this one, though. It's a pretty niche content, and many of my regular viewers might not be interested in this kind of thing, but I am psyched about it. I've recently been playing a lot of XCOM 2 Long War, well, Long War of the Chosen, and I've been enjoying that a lot, and this seemed like a similar but even more in-depth challenge and a lot to dig into. So this game is all about alien combat and trying to fight off the increasingly advanced hordes of aliens from Earth, and yeah, we're gonna dive right in. I've been playing a little bit already, and I wanted to start a new game, so I figured we would start a series along with it. There's a good chance we lose. This is incredibly difficult, and I know very little about what I'm doing. I am a noob, you could say, and we'll see how that goes. We're going to play on the normal difficulty, new game. It's for newcomers, veteran players, XCOM enthusiasts, and for John Cena. No, seriously, start with this difficulty. Once you get a hang of it, you are free to move up. X Division is meant to be played the way you want it to play, but we recommend a voluntary Honest Man playthrough without using the Iron Man option. That's because the game can crash and do weird bugs, and, you know, you can play Iron Man yourself without actually having the setting enabled. However, I am not going to be playing Iron Man. I will be playing Bronze Man, and potentially even a slightly more forgiving Bronze Man. I believe Bronze Man is defined as you can reload at the beginning of a save, or the beginning of a mission, but like, you can't just save scum, you know, if you have a bad turn. But if things go bad enough, you can restart the entire mission. But even that, I probably won't do a ton of, unless it's like, oh, I didn't even know that was possible, or just something ridiculous happens. I do the same thing in XCOM. One other thing to say about this game is it is fairly old. I don't remember when Xenonauts released, but it is not up-to-date graphics, but I actually really like the way the game looks. Even though it's older, it doesn't feel, I don't know, doesn't feel too bad. And yeah, I'm excited to dive in and see what challenges await. I will explain a little bit about the game as we start in case you are interested in doing your own playthrough. I'll try to give you some tips and tricks and explanations, though I am also a noob, so it's a little bit of the blind leading the blind here. I have looked up a lot of tips and read a lot of things, so I know more than zero, but I'm still very inexperienced. So I will also post links to the installation guide for how to get X Division. I will post a link in the description to a tips video that I skimmed through to get some good tips, and potentially some other things. But yeah, it starts out with some explanatory tooltips for us, talking about the geoscape, showing the territory we're defending from invasion, which is the planet. UFOs will spawn on the map, damaging your relations with funding nations until they are shot down or complete their mission and disappear. The first base is what we'll place first, and the base's radar will detect UFOs. Once you've done this, you'll want to speed up time until an event occurs. The arrow buttons along the top control the flow of time, and the objective of the game is to shoot down alien craft, capture artifacts from the crash site, and research those to unlock new technology. So, again, I'm kind of a noob. I don't really know things. I'm thinking, in my last attempt, I put my first base in North Africa, like right around here, because that felt like decent coverage. But I could also be convinced that Russia is a better spot. North America feels a little small. There's a lot of water. If a UFO is shot down over water, you can't go to the crash site and recover things. So I feel like going with the more landmass is good, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it's worse, because I actually have no idea. We'll go with the Southern Soviet Union here, or maybe Northern Indochina. How about this? Don't care about the base name for now. And the first thing we're going to do is build some more buildings. You can see we start with a ton of money, 8 million to begin with. And our base starts out with a few things established. We've got the central hub of the base. All bases have that. It's just the thing that costs money. And then the rest of this is space you can do whatever you want with. So they have some pre-built buildings, living quarters, workshop, laboratory, a radar, which is what gives us that radar range, a storeroom, which is where items go after you complete a mission, and we have 4 hangars. We have the Chinook, which is what carries the troops to a crash site, 2 F-17 Condors, and the AWACS to provide radar coverage in the air. So we're going to build a few more things to start out with. As far as I know, you never need a second storeroom. Living quarters is pretty important because I don't think there's adjacency bonuses in this. I'm actually not certain of that. But I am going to build it next to the other one just because I can. We're going to need more scientists, more workshop people, more everything. So we're definitely going to need another living quarters. Will I start with another lab? I think I will. And I'll probably wait. I guess I can build my second lab in the second base. Because eventually I'm going to have all my research in other bases, which is a recommendation some people have made. I will build a second radar array to, you can see it increases the range to 1,200 kilometers compared to the 1,000 that I have right now. Or wait, no. I think I currently have 800 with the 1. Building 1 more gets me to 1,000, I think is how that works. Maybe I should just build all 4? I don't know. I'll start with 3 for now. I think 4 is the max. Garage we will need for vehicles, so I'll just go ahead and get that built. It's fairly cheap upkeep, so not too big of a deal to have that. I will build extra hangars because, by golly, we will need them. And then a medical center is pretty important to heal up your troops. And guess we build 1 more workshop. Is that worth it? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there you go. That's what we'll start with for base number 1. And then a tip that many people have had is build extra bases to start with. So I do think we'll build one in Florida here, or maybe I don't know the best spot because we want to have more coverage. I almost feel like here would be good because once we build the extra radars, that will cover like a lot of the Americas. So we'll do one in Central America there, and you can't build anything else until the main base is complete. So that's building, and then we'll build our 3rd base over in probably Africa. Yeah. Probably around here. Probably didn't distribute these very well. Another thing is this shows the nighttime, where the sun is shining and where it's not, and you really want to avoid doing missions at night. There's really no reason to do a night mission. Your troopers have less vision, and the aliens don't have less vision, so you just... And you have to waste valuable time units, which we'll talk about in a second, but you have to waste valuable time units to throw flares if you want to see better. So yeah, let's dive into equipping our first squad. We'll get to actually passing time on the geoscape in a minute, but first let's equip our squad so that they're ready for battle. This game is very in-depth with all the different equipment and weapons, and the mod even more so. It's really cool. It's far more intricate than XCOM 1 and 2. And I'm not referring to the original XCOM. When I say XCOM, I never played that one. I'm referring to the newer Firaxis ones with the more modern graphics and such. In any case, you know, you can only carry like a few grenades or a few items, but here you have a backpack and you can put as much stuff as you want in it. I could even throw in an extra, you know, assault rifle, but then you have more weight, which has time unit penalties. Time units are essentially what allow you to take actions. Like moving, turning is an action in this game. Crouching up and down, opening doors, throwing grenades, taking shots with your weapons. And we start off with an infinite supply of the basics. And the basics are these weapons right here. You got pistols, shotguns, ballistic rifles, sniper rifles, machine guns, and a rocket launcher. And then you've got regular grenades, frag grenades, smoke grenades, and flashbangs. Smoke grenades are your life support in this game. They block enemies' aim. Trying to shoot through smoke really makes your aim bad. So this is how you survive in the game. Cover is not that important in this game. Like, a smoke grenade is far more consistent and helpful than cover, which is kind of the opposite of the XCOM games that I've played. You got your rockets. You don't have any stun batons to start out with. Shields are important because they can soak up 150 damage, which is a big deal. It is worth noting the block chance if they're attacking you from behind is 0, so you don't want that. And there is C4, which is good for blowing up walls and such. I haven't used it very much yet. I might try it out. And then there's 2 sizes of medkit. There's one that only heals 5 and weighs 2. And then there's one that heals 25 and weighs 8. I will note that it weighs less than 5 of these would weigh, right? And you only have to equip it as like one item. Whereas if you had 5 of these, you'd have to equip them all separately, which also uses time units. So medkits are really important. I would say you don't need a million of them just because if your soldiers are getting hit, that's kind of bad in the first place. But, you know, I'm a noob and my soldiers get hit. So I will be equipping as many med packs as I can take. They have a few basic roles already determined for you. You can change into, you know, a rocketeer, and this is the basic role that they give you. And then you can change role to a scout, and this is the role. We will be changing a lot of these to fit our needs, and you can basically change what they have, and then you can set equipment as default. So that way, when you have a new trooper, you can set them to the rifleman, and it'll have all the stuff that you picked. So that's pretty nice. By the way, I haven't talked very much about what this Let's Play is going to look like. It's going to be slow. If you're here for fast-paced gameplay, sorry, you can look somewhere else. Because we're not going to be very fast-paced here. For now, I am going to equip the basic rifleman with a bunch of grenades. And yes, we are overloading the rifleman. I'm aware. And then we're going to throw in a couple bonus med kits. And then we will throw in a couple more clips. And we're going to set this as the default. Now, most soldiers will not be able to carry this much, but I can just remove items easily with right-click. It's easier to remove items than to add them. So we'll set that as the default. For riflemen, I don't think I'm even going to... It's funny, I don't even think we're going to use that many riflemen because rifles have a really crappy range of 11, and they're not that accurate in the first place, and your soldiers aren't that accurate in the start of the game, and so really, you kind of need to be short range anyway, and at that point, you might as well have a shotgun or a machine gun, because machine guns take 6 shots of 23 damage per burst, whereas the burst fire from ballistics rifle is only 3 shots of 25. And yes, they're slightly more accurate, but that's not that useful. This also doesn't provide very much suppression, which is a very important mechanic we will talk about. And also shields are kind of a big deal. So let's look through and find our trooper with the best time unit strength combo. This guy's actually pretty good. 68, 76. Let's see, 77, 67. He's got a lot of time units. I like that. 81 and 75. That might be the winner. 82, 59. She's also pretty good, Sylvie. So I think Sylvie and Lucas are going to be shield people. And we will re-equip them, of course. I'll move them to the top of my list because that's where I like my shielders. Shields are really important because aliens like to shoot you, and for obvious reasons, you don't want to take damage. Also, bleeding is a thing, and it happens all the time, so you really can't get hit very much. It's kind of like XCOM Long War. Like, sometimes you just get one shot, which sucks. There's also, there's a mod that adds in a bunch of new portraits, which look a little out of place in the game, but it's nice to have some variety. The base game faces kind of get old quick. Anywho, they come with a pistol because that's literally the only thing you can equip in one hand. Can you equip grenades in your hand? You can. Interesting. Never done that. I'm guessing it has a slightly reduced throw cost. But yeah, we'll definitely bring a pistol. Again, we'll change the default set of equipment here. As far as I can tell, there is no difference between the time unit cost of throwing a grenade from your belt and throwing a grenade from your backpack. I have been able to tell that sometimes equipping to and from the belt is different than the backpack, but it's weird and it seems kind of inconsistent, and I will say that I don't totally understand it. Because it even feels like once or twice I've had a time where backpack was cheaper than belt with something. So it was a little confusing. I'll add another clip. Clearly we can't carry this much, but we'll start here and whittle our way down to the weight we want. Not going to focus on many frags to start out with. In fact, I don't think I want any. And there's not that many aliens in the early missions, so 2 clips, honestly, 1 clip would probably be fine. And I just don't think we have the space for a med kit. These ones, we'll do one of the smaller med... What's the difference? First aid versus med pack. Okay. We'll take first aid. It's just enough to stem some bleeding. We'll drop a flashbang. Flashbangs are green, smokes are white. Okay, there we go. And then for you, equip the default. Do the same. Take out the frags and a flashbang. Okay. So these will be our shielders. I maybe should have 3, to be honest, in the early game. It's tempting. It's tempting. I'm gonna do it. But you might not be the person to do it. We need a lot of strength for shields. You have 87. 68 time units versus 60. Yeah, we'll go with you. The reason we want a lot of strength is because you can move further and still take actions. What's interesting about this game is the moving, looking, opening doors, crouching, switching things in and out of inventory. Those all take a fixed amount of time units. So soldiers with high time units essentially can move further is the biggest deal. But they can also do more of those other things. But shooting, which it really bothers me you can't mouse over this one to show you the stats. You have to go here. But you can see that the fire modes at the bottom, it takes 45% of your time units. So soldiers with more time units don't get more shots. They just get more of the other things, which is a cool balancing mechanic. Same with grenade throwing. That uses up time units. Anyway, we're going to switch you over to shield. Move them up the list. Take off a bunch of stuff. We'll keep a frag grenade. Actually, he can chill with a med pack. We'll do that. Okay. I like that. We've got 3 shielders. And then how do we want to do the other 5 troops? Like I was saying a minute ago, ballistic rifles are kind of meh because their range is short and your accuracy is bad, so machine guns are just better. The problem is machine guns, you literally can't hit anything when you're not, like, melee range. But at melee range, they just tear the enemy apart because it's 6 shots of 23 damage. And the suppression is also really helpful. But they weigh more, they weigh 9, and they are heavy weapons, which give you an aim penalty after moving. And they also take the lowest of strength or accuracy when it comes to their accuracy. So for example, here, this trooper would have 52 accuracy, but sometimes, like, this guy, Dennis, his strength is lower, so if he was wielding a machine gun, he would have 66 as his accuracy stat, essentially. I do want a sniper or two. You have the best aim. How about movement? Snipers don't need to move a ton, so that should be fine. Oh, I'm looking at strength. Whoops, accuracy's down here. Okay, they did by default equip the sniper on the highest accuracy, 73. Ammo-wise, 2 extras should be fine. Can you just carry 2 med packs? No, not quite. Okay, in that case, we'll throw a few smokes. And... single banger. Maybe a med kit. And hand that off to somebody else if they need it. Okay, Dennis, you are the sniper. Also, this is where you assign it to different dropships. Or unassigned. Which is where everybody is. Also, this is not the game music, by the way. I am using a channel on Spotify that I found called Low Wave Records, and their whole shtick is that they like to produce royalty-free music for streamers and content creators. So you can play it and you won't get any DMCAs or anything, which is awesome. Okay, so on to, now we have 4 troops left. We got a sniper, 3 shields, and I want to say we want at least 2 or 3 machine gunners. They are going to need, let's see, the recoil is 55, which means if their strength is lower than 55, it further penalizes your accuracy. So recoil is essentially a way to say strength requirement. Anyway, so strength is 65, you can be a machine gunner. Heavy weapons. Also, we should change this out. We'll do a 3rd ammo. Medkit. Grenades. Again, I'll overload by default and then we'll remove some. Okay, that's definitely going to be too much in most cases, so we'll just set that as a default. Take out some of the ammo. Honestly, I think medkit is the best I can do. Grenades are probably more important than med packs in the early game. This is also a lot of ammo. That's 2 more clips. You already get 6 shots, or 8 shots, right? Shots of 6? Yeah. So as is, you get 8 shots. Yeah, we should have 3 clips per. Okay, change roll to heavy weapons, change roll to heavy weapons. I guess the last thing I want to try, I haven't tried it yet, I'm going to do a Rocketeer. Let's think about who should be the Rocketeer. Probably the person with more accuracy, so Ben here. Because accuracy matters for a rocket since you're firing it from further away. You will notice, though, with the fire modes, look at those accuracies, 110 and 275. So you can be pretty accurate. Oh, it's the lowest of strength or accuracy, though. I just realized that. And recoil of 70. Yikes. So who's the most balanced, then, to carry the sniper, or the rocket? Probably you. Strength gets built up pretty easily. Okay, do I like their build here? I think it comes with 1 rocket, 3 more. How much do these weigh? 3 kilograms each. How much do I care about having a pistol? Not at all. I would much rather have a smoke or 2. Even. And then this is kind of interesting. I like the inventory management aspect too. I'll do that. And then we can throw a med kit in here. Again, I'm just working on the default here. I won't do frag grenades because he already has the rocket launcher. So come on. You don't need more of that. Do one more rocket. Cool. Okay, save. And then I think more grenades is better than one more rocket. You use so many grenades. At least I do. Okay, we'll put him back with the sniper here, and then we'll do 3 heavy weapons in the middle. Sweet. Okay, and you're good on weight. You need to trim down. In fact, how many med packs do I have right now? 0, 0, 1. Who's the strongest of you guys? Shigeru is. Okay, he'll carry a med pack. And maybe only 1. Oh, wow, these are heavy. I don't think I realized these were 4 kilograms apiece. Okay, yeah, he'll just have one backup ammo. And then you'll just have a med kit, or what's it called? First aid instead of a med pack. Take out frags. There we go. And everybody's happy. It's also not crazy if you equip a little bit too much, you don't lose that many time units, right? Like if I equip 1 more smoke, I only lose 2 time units. And again, that might even make shooting 1 time unit cheaper. So it's really like, you're not losing that much, but every little bit matters. So you don't want the carried weight to go too high. But especially on soldiers with higher time units already, like this guy's got 82, right? He can move so far and still have, you know, the 45% left or whatever it is to fire a rocket. What is it? 60%. You know, so 40% of his time units are free to move and still do that. So 40% of 80 is, I don't know, 32-ish, which is like 10 tiles. It's 3 tiles per move. But I don't want to overload him too much. Okay, I'm cool with that. I didn't look at these 2. Maybe I should have. Just got good reflexes. Reflexes represent... I should talk through these real quick. Sorry, I'm not like doing a walkthrough here, so as far as when I talk about things, they're going to be a bit sporadic. Time units, I've talked about. Health, I hope that's pretty obvious. It's how much damage you take till you're dead. Strength, we've talked about that. It's how much you can carry. It does also involve how far you can throw grenades. I don't know exactly how the math works out on that. Accuracy is obvious enough. It is important to note that it is a percentage, essentially. So a soldier with 50 accuracy will have exactly half the chance to hit as 100%. Though not in practice, because in practice, a miss can still be a hit. Because a miss will randomly scatter, and often that can still hit your enemy if you're close. Which is why, if you're like a tile away, your accuracy is irrelevant. Even if it's 100 or 0, you'll hit all your shots. Reflexes are really interesting. It affects both your chance to take a reaction shot and your chance to get reaction shot at. So it's a really big deal, especially for the soldiers who are like running into the UFO to breach. And essentially it looks at what percentage of your reflexes are left at the current point in your turn, and what percentage of the aliens, what percentage of your time units. Like if you use half your time units, that's like you have 50% left. And then that gets multiplied by your reflexes, and then that gets multiplied by something. I think it gets multiplied by the, what's it called? Reaction modifier on the weapon. And then when one threshold passes the other, then the shot gets taken, which then uses some of your time units, right? So then your amount of time units versus the maximum goes down, so you won't take another shot. But then if they keep moving, till their time units drop down below that threshold again, then you'll take another shot until you run out of time units. And the aliens do the same thing. Finally, bravery has to do with morale and psionic attacks and suppression. So it's important. I wouldn't say it's like the most vital stat, though a soldier with low bravery will run away a lot. So yeah, that's where we're going to start. We'll leave the 2 others unassigned for now. And yeah, this is like a vanilla portrait versus the ones that are added. Okay, so let's go through all these tabs real quick. We got tanks, aka vehicles. You don't start with a tank, but we don't have any of those yet. Here are the planes. So you can see our interceptors, which are planes that you can fly to intercept. This would not make a good interceptor. Technically, it can. Autocannons are hot garbage, and this thing does not turn quickly. So you don't do any fighting with this. The F-17s turn much faster, 40 degrees a second, and 200 HP apiece, and they can equip Sidewinders, which are mostly how you kill enemy planes at first. The Xenopedia, the Xpedia, very important. We'll talk more about this as we go, but we're going to be looking at this a lot. It's how we discover a lot of the things in the game. There are a few things about the game that we want to look outside of the game for, like the research tree. I'll talk about that at another date as well. So damage is 90 for the Sidewinders, and the autocannons do 5. Divide by 65 per second, so 25 a second. So to match one Sidewinder, you would need over 3 seconds of sustained autocannon fire, which, let me tell you, is not easy to do. And this kind of just walks through all the weapons we already looked at. This is some lore, which is cool if you want to look into it. This one's important. You can only see the armor's stats here. They don't show it in the barracks. So the basic armor is what you start with. And this is mostly fluff. And here it tells you it provides a 20 bonus to reflexes. That is really important. Like, it's all the basic armor is good for. And you have a sight range of 18 with a view cone of 160. And so that will change with different armors. And it weighs 5 kilograms, and you get a tiny bit of kinetic armor. Just a little bit. So we haven't talked about armor yet, but that essentially just reduces damage you take by 10 of the kinetic variety. And then when the armor gets hit, it gets shredded a little bit in XCOM terms. And so the more damage you take, the more your armor starts to wear away, and eventually you have no armor left. And here it talks about the different structures, yada, yada, yada. But we already talked about that. This is the research interface. We're being attacked, Commander. Currently going over initial reports on what has occurred, and we should have a better picture of the situation for you shortly. So you just kind of start out with some basic Xpedia entries as you research this further and further. This is for the workshop, where you build stuff and disassemble stuff. This is all of our stockpiles of stuff. This is the hiring and firing setting. We will need to hire some soldiers. I might wait until after our first mission, just because kind of itching to actually get into one. But you can sort by their different stats and hire them. They all get hired as privates. The only thing about rank that matters is higher ranks give a morale boost to nearby soldiers, I think, and if you take too many privates, it starts to lower the morale bonus that the higher ranks can actually provide. So you don't want to take like 2 high ranks and then all privates, unless I guess you're on an easy mission and trying to train them up. But like, I think mostly you want to take like 1 or 2 of your highest rank, a bunch of non-privates, and then only like 1, 2, or 3 privates if you can help it. Seems to be how to arrange it. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to start playing. I'm gonna save the game as we'll just call it xdiv1. Keep it short. And at this point, we'll speed up the geoscape. You can see where the daytime is moving. We already detected a UFO. Look at that. So as you zoom in, you can see some cities. But yeah, we'll go ahead and hit intercept. You decide what's going to intercept it. Well, we want our F-17s to go intercept. So we'll hit launch. Looks like nothing's happening. That's because we're at speed 1. If you look at the top left here, you can see that at speed 1, things do not move very quickly. So hopefully we can shoot this thing down. Oh, dang it. I was hoping it wouldn't run away. So here's the problem. And their fuel level's only 58%, which means much further, and they're going to have to turn around. You can tail until over land, but I don't have high hopes that that will happen before I run out of fuel. Obviously, when you hit 50% fuel, you have to turn around. Or more specifically, I think the game calculates where you are and how much fuel you need to get home, and so it won't ever let your planes crash because of fuel, I think. So we will just go ahead and engage, and then we get to talk about the air game. So, some fun little sound effects. So air combat can be auto-resolved. I think it's actually kind of fun, so I will always do the manual method. You can pause and unpause. There are up to 3 units on each side. You can control some stuff over here. And this one's also important. If an interceptor is shot down in air combat, it's automatically recovered and rebuilt, but it's like a long time before it's rebuilt. So it doesn't actually cost more money, but you're still like paying the maintenance cost of just having that plane. Excuse me. Okay, so over here you can enable or disable weapons. We'll start with Sidewinders disabled so that we can fire them when we want to. I also changed the speed to slow. Now it starts out, the scout is facing away from us. So that's the front of it over there, and we are chasing it. It's going to try to turn around, and it's turning to the right. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to redirect my planes to just fly like to here. And so they'll actually get there a little sooner. Go a little faster here. You can also afterburner, but their fuel's already low. So I'm not gonna do that. And I don't know, it's possible that it would be best to like slow one of them down, try to flank. There's a lot you can do. Don't backseat me too much, but I'm sure this is not the best strategy. But what we'll have to do is dodge that missile. So you can see the missile itself is flying towards this ship. That's a little red dotted line you can see. And we can select that ship and dodge with Q and E. And so we'll do an evasive roll. And then you can also do afterburners. And then what's this? Oh, you can retreat. Okay, we won't do that. And then this is the missile range that's showing here. So we're going to wait until about it gets into missile range, and then I'll dodge with E, which will make it roll to the right. There we go. And then this one's getting shot at, so I'll dodge now. There's another one, dodge again. And now I can shoot Sidewinders. I don't think this scout can dodge. Yeah. No dodge there. Now they're shooting autocannons. Ooh, I'm not going to dodge that missile. Maybe I'll dodge left. Ooh. Barely got it. Now this guy I'm gonna slow down. Because he's in a good, position. Fire at will on the sidewinders. For you, I also want you to slow down. Ah, shoot. I should have dodged at the last second. I thought I was going to be fine. So we lost a plane. That's actually really bad. And... yeah, that sucks that we lost a plane. All we got out of that was a little bit of a forecast change. Because we shot down a UFO over their airspace, they're going to give us better funding next time. So, like, we made some money, but 0 other benefits. That's not great. See, it shows the plane there, but it's missing. Where does it show? Oh, yeah, if I do this, it'll show retrieving 141 hours. So it's 12 days until we get that back. Yikes. Hopeful that there will be a light scout and we can take it out with a single ship. The other option is just to get rid of the AWACS and order a new Condor. It does take 3 days for a new plane to arrive. But I'll send the AWACS over here for now. Small, 2,000 kilometers an hour. I'm trying to remember, is that the light scout or the main scout? F-17 can't even get there. Let's see. Begun to patrol. That's what we want. Let's leave it there. Yeah, we'll wait until that's repaired. UFO 02 again. Okay, so this is kind of the research that we're doing is going to start giving us these messages for a little while. Basically, it's a little bit of fluff and kind of just explaining some of the game mechanics in a lore-friendly way. So here they're talking about, you want to get equipment back from the battlefield to study. Over 3,000 separate UFOs in orbit around the planet. They're poorly suited to atmospheric flight. Here's where they talk about aliens have to modify their craft to enter the atmosphere. The larger the craft, the longer it'll take. So the largest craft will only appear in the later stages of the invasion, aka how does the game explain the progression so that the hardest enemies aren't showing up on day one. But yeah. The start. Welcome to X Division. Here it suggests building 2 to 3 bases immediately. Knowledge is gained through research. Weapons, dead bodies, wrecks, downed or landed UFOs, and even live captives, which are important. Okay. Items collected from acclaimed UFOs automatic. Items left on the battlefield are collected. While retreating from a fight, only collects what soldiers carry. And then it unlocks an avalanche torpedo. But we can only use that in the Foxtrot bomber, which we don't have yet. Okay, so the first thing to research is the Hunter vehicle, which is very important, and we want that ASAP. Oh, I also forgot. We want to hire immediately 10 more scientists and 10 more engineers so that we can get stuff done faster. Okay. It's really a bummer that we lost a plane. Nothing interesting happening. Speed time up a bit here. Okay, we got the Hunter researched. It is pretty much amazing. It's a troop that doesn't need to be trained. It costs a little bit of money, but like it's kind of not much in the grand scheme of things. And it has some armor, which is great. A lot of hit points, and it has a machine gun that provides great suppression to the enemies because it takes 9 shots per volley. So nothing available to research, but I will build now the hunter tank. Oh, I need the garage first. 2 days left on that. Okay, the new peeps have arrived. Oh, sweet. Well, that's helpful. Local forces have downed a small alien craft and are requesting Xenonaut assistance. We will deploy our strike team. And here you select your Chinook and launch, and then it'll fly there. It is gonna. Ooh, is it gonna be daytime? This is where I'm gonna save. One thing I do wish is if it would tell you, because like, it's obvious that this is day, it's obvious that this is night, but what is, like, what if it was right here? How can you tell? Is there an in-game way to tell? I don't know if there is. Like, it's very possible that this is a night mission, but there's still a little bit of light. Let's find out. They advise you to play Xenonauts Community Edition before playing X Division. I didn't listen to that. Here they give you some basics. It is a night mission. Okay, crap. Well, in that case, we are going to load. And what we're going to do is wait until it gets there. We're going to abandon the mission, and then we're going to patrol the Chinook. And we're going to wait till it's daytime. AWACS is low, that's fine. Okay, that looks like daytime. Select new target. There we go. And now we can have a daytime mission, which will be far less horrible. I also just noticed our music isn't playing. Let's get that going again. Okay, sorry, 1 second. All right, so this is the game, the other half of the game. Sightlines are very punishing in this game compared to the other XCOM, so it's very important you know where the aliens are. There could be an alien right here for all we know, which is kind of silly to me that there's not more explored around your dropship, because there's a pilot sitting in this seat and they can see out these windows, but you know, the game is the game. I also forgot to position my troopers. Shields should be in the front, but they're not. Moving diagonally costs 4. Whereas moving orthogonally costs 3 per tile. That is important, because I want to say at the end of the day that makes diagonally more efficient still, but it's not like crazy more efficient because it costs 4 instead of 3. So the first thing I'll do is look around the corner, just double check. Okay, there's trees over there. It's probably fine. And something that many of you XCOM players will also be thankful to hear is that there are no turn counters. I can take as long as I want. And so that means playing slow is generally better than playing fast. Civilian casualties, I think, cost you something. I don't actually know the mechanics on that. I'm kind of just positioning randomly here, to be honest. No idea what I'm doing. But just to start out the mission, I usually like my soldiers to be kind of spread out. I have no idea. Oftentimes you'll see an enemy when you first spread out. I will crouch my sniper. Down the alleyway. Each quarter turn, or no, sorry, eighth of a turn costs 1 movement point. So you can see Harrison here is looking to the right. So if I want him to look here, it'll take up 1 TU, and you right click in that direction and he'll turn. And he can only see, you know, that 160 degrees it was talking about in the in the armor guide. I also can't see over this garden wall. The map goes all the way to here. So I guess I'm not going to worry about it. Aliens don't tend to destroy walls. At least I haven't gotten to that stage of the game yet where they do. So we'll just end the turn there. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for the destruction of your ears. Holy crap. My ears were also destroyed. Turns out the geoscape sounds are a lot quieter than the tactical sounds. Oh my goodness. Woo! Let's go all the way down to here to start. We can always turn it back up. Yikes. If you're deaf, it's okay, so am I. I do apologize. Okay, we know there's an alien somewhere over here. There he is. There's the little green shirt. So we would love to capture him, but we don't have stun batons. And so the only way to capture enemies is with a billion flashbangs. They do a little bit of, what's it called? Stun damage. And I probably have enough flashbangs, and I think green shirt... I don't remember what green shirt means. We should probably try to capture him, actually. I'm going to try to look inside of this building first. Oh, it's not a building. It's like a... Oh, wait, what? The heck? Okay, whatever. Just want to make sure there's no hiding aliens in the corners that are going to wreck me later. So I'll leave him there. You're going to have some smokes. Move a little closer first. Each tile that they have to shoot through provides the aim penalty. And so throwing it here would not be as effective because there's only like 3 tiles in front. Whereas if I throw the smoke grenade here, that alien is not going to be able to hit the broadside of a barn. Okay, that was a little too quiet. I couldn't even hear that. Try that. Okay, sniper, I will position here, and then, well, I don't want him to get shot. Go here. Crouching takes 10 time units as well, but you're more accurate if you're crouching. Rockets, I probably won't really need, but aliens can also throw grenades, which is worth remembering. Okay. Go with that. He just... Oh, there's another one. There was a blue shirt over there. Okay, there's that guy. So how accurate are we? With control, you can aim specifically. 34%. And you right-click to change which mode you're shooting with. Wow, 84%. It's way more accurate. So I could hit that with an 81% chance, and that's even with this turd standing in front. Oh, so there's a reaction shot. You just saw that happen. That alien must have pretty good reflexes, or Nikolai has. What was that? Ambient noise, I guess. Why not? There we go. Did some damage. Alright, I'm gonna scout this area with this guy just to make sure we're okay. Throw another smoker right there. And then eventually we'll just be able to run up and bum rush them with the pistol shielders. Their snapshots don't take very many time units, which is nice. That stupid thing is in the way. That's probably why he's standing there. I don't know where that other alien went. We also haven't done any suppression yet. I probably should have done that. So if I shoot right about here with the machine gun, there's a good chance... it might suppress my own guy, though, because he's more than one tile away. No, I don't have enough time units. Didn't think that through. Yeah. If you suppress the enemy, it forces them to crouch, and then they also have to spend... or they start their turn with only half as many time units. Uh-oh. Okay. That wasn't bad. He shot the guy with the shield. Okay. Nothing too bad. Nobody got hurt. And now this should be easy peasy. So I'm going to try to capture this guy by throwing all of the flashbangs. And that suppresses him, which means he can't do as much on his turn anyway. No stun damage yet. Oh, they have the shields. I wonder if that resists stun damage too. Oh, I just hit my own guys with suppression. That is Xenonauts. Woohoo! We're getting the real experience here, boys. Okay, we're just gonna kill him. There's another blue shirt too. Wow, there's a lot of aliens outside the ship. Yeah, these ones you have to shoot from behind, which I did not do a good job of remembering. This should do it. There we go. Their shields have 150 whatchamacallits, hit points. And they have these phaser rifles, which you can grab and equip yourself. I could do. And that would only cost 4. Is that worth it? I don't even know what the phaser rifles do. I'm gonna keep my machine gun for now. And then I need another smoke. Wow, you missed big time, bro. Big time. Do you have a smoke? Because he was so bad at throwing that one. There we go. Alright. I'm guessing with all of those other aliens, there's nothing that I need to worry about over here, but just in case. Okay, I really want to capture that green one, though. But I don't know if I'll be able to. Shotguns are the other weapon that can do stun damage. They actually do... Okay, I think we're good. They actually do about half as much stun damage as regular kinetic damage. Plus, all damage that's dealt to anyone ever, half of that also counts as stun damage, if that makes sense. So, if you can deal half of an enemy's health, or a little bit more than half in stun damage, they should get stunned before they die. At that point, even if you're hitting them with regular bullets. The problem there, though, is that requires you to have things that deal stun damage, which we don't have a lot of. The blue is a guard. I can find more of those easily, so I'm not even going to worry about capturing him. Oh, shoot. Well, there was reaction fire. So you saw he dealt 36 stun damage to me, which I'm not too worried about. That'll suppress him. And then we're gonna... how are we gonna take you out? Is there still that other guy? And I don't know where he is. Let's take it slow here. Oh, there he is. Okay, so him, I would like to capture him if I can. So I'll move up here. And I will... It's a really bad accuracy throw. Oh, it's because he's throwing over all the smoke. I see. So his throws cost 31. I've also noticed this is always wrong by like 1 unit. So it's really like going to be like 32 to throw it, plus turning. Like 34. So that should be fine. And I'll throw it here. And then you closer. I would really like to suppress that other alien, but I think I'm out of machine gunners. Instead, I'll move you in the way so he can't just run over here. You still have full movement. And you have 2 flashbangs. Sweet. Over that wall. One can only hope that the alien was suppressed by that. I have no idea. Okay. See what happens. Okay, no surprises there. You'll notice my guy was taking reaction shots from him attacking, because they both had a good amount of turn units or whatever. So at this point, we're taking snapshots. You right-click to switch between the two, but it's going to hit no matter what, so there's no reason not to. There we go. Finally got through the shield, and I need a reload now, so that's all there is to that turn. Okay, there's the green one. So if I throw... I just think it's in a too bad of a spot for flashbangs. How many flashbangs do we have, though? 3. You have none. You have 1. 4. You have none. Oh, 4. He has 4? Oh, man, that's 8 flashbangs. I feel like that's enough, but I should probably not focus on capturing. It's my first mission. I'll just shoot him in the back. That'll do the trick. 6 heavy machine gun rounds to the back. That will do it. Where's my other shield dude? Oh, right. He's like way back here. Join the party, my friend. Monsieur Harrison. Okay, now he's not suppressed, which could be a bad thing. Is there a way to get him suppressed without... Maybe. $35. Okay. So if I can get this just right, maybe. There we go. So then he has just a lot less turn units and won't damage my shield as much, is why I wanted to do that. And now this should get through the shield, or we were already through the shield, so there we go. Pop, pop, pop. What do you got? He's got a lightning rifle, which is good for stunning. So I will take that. Drop the shield on the ground. Drop the pistol, take the lightning cell, and you also have a stun grenade. Heck yeah. Take all that crap. Okay. Now, the sad part is that... Oh, that was a bad idea. If you get too close to the doors, sometimes they come out swinging on the next turn. So I need to get some smoke down. The sad part is that you can't use alien weapons after the mission. So it's very much a... I think I'll put it right about here. That should be good. So you can only use them during the mission that you pick them up, and then they, deactivate or whatever the lower reason is. And so you want to make sure that you use them while you can, and then you tear them down for research in between missions. Okay, this guy's still late to the party. He's getting his workout in. Oh no. Ugh, stun grenade? Yep. Yikes. There's also a xenomorph in there? Oh my gosh. Xenomorphs are like the aliens from Alien. Okay, I think he can revive with this. Oh, maybe not? I thought that's how that worked. Maybe you need more than 5. Who has a full med kit? You have a full med kit. It's also easier to drop something on the ground than put it in your backpack. Yeah, that's not working. Huh. I thought... Weird. I thought that revived your soldiers. Oh, I don't have enough turn units to pick it back up again. Okay. Interesting. Let's work on suppressing those aliens. So you can suppress aliens on the other side of a door by shooting the heck out of it. Get my stunner in position. Could just blast the ever-loving heck out of it with a rocket. Probably will do that at some point. Position another gunner. Okay. Oh, they are back up. Okay. Sweet. Except they dropped all of their crap. You're not going to need that much ammo. Do want you to pick up your grenades, though. So here you can see picking an item up from the ground to the belt is much cheaper. So I guess that's where it matters. You can leave that on there. It's only 2 TU. Sniper? Am I even going to use the sniper? I don't know if sniper's a good thing to have at this stage in the game. I think I'd benefit more if this was just another shield dude with a pistol. And a bunch of grenades. Okay, what are we doing? Shoot the door. Shoot it again. Eventually it will break. Just from machine gun fire. Position you over here. I want to just barely hit the door. What's the AoE on this? Will that damage the door? I hope so. Ooh, even got some fire going there. Okay, you need your pistol. Drop that on the ground instead. He has all the grenades, which is nice. Pop another smoky. Out front. Hopefully my troops are spread out enough this time. The sniper back here. Is that everybody? Nope. You still have your full points. Oh, you can't use the alien grenade? I thought you could. Oh, there it is. It's just glitched out. What I'd like to do is get that thrown indoors once the door is down. Okay, perfect. They did nothing. There it is. Okay. So, can't see everything, but it looks like there's just the 2 guards. Let's start with flashbang. If I throw enough flashbangs, maybe we'll just get lucky. Stun some of them. I have no idea if flashbangs are stopped by their shield, and that's what's happening right now. There's throw smoke. No, okay, good. So let's see. I have no idea how much damage this does is the problem. Sniper shot through the smoke is pretty inaccurate, so we'll crouch down. Maybe next turn we'll get a good shot. Yeah, because I just hit the shield. That's what that was when you saw the little alien blood, but not really. Oh my. All the reaction fire. Holy crap. Jeez. Oh, yikes. Oh. No! Okay. Bleeding from 1 wound and taking 3 damage. So, bleeding wounds don't stop on their own. So that's very important. You don't ignore that. 2 shots will take 70. So I can move to here and then take 2 shots. I can also try to stun the dang thing. A burst takes 31. Okay, let's try to stun it first. Nice. Nice. Okay, and then we can stun the guard too, hopefully. So let's, bangers and mash. Suppress you. Smoke you, and then you're basically useless. Hopefully that's all the aliens. Don't come out of your hidey hole, then you'll die. Dang it, I wanted to stun you. Oh well. Alright, there it is. Mission numero uno. So, here's our summary screen. You can see our ranks, our rank ups, the injury times. Got a little injured here, nothing too bad. Let's look through this real quick. Everybody got good strength boosts. Sylvie with the accuracy, look at that. +5. Reflexes too. Sylvie just killing it. It was all those reaction shots. TUs, that's turn units. HP, obvious. So everybody got a good boost. Turn units all around. Accuracy all around, except for Ben. Ben didn't do much. I'm not so sure I want rockets, actually. Okay, and here's our item recovery. By the way, this is just tallying things. I want to say this might matter for how much money it improves the relations. I'm not actually sure about that. Okay, so Light Scout Data Core, Alien Alloys. So, Sazin? I don't know how you say this. Kazin? Sazin? Kaysan? Sazan? I don't know. I'm going to call him Seasons. Because that's fun. Sazons. I'm going to call them Sazons. They... Is it a hard C or a soft C? I'm sorry, I'm going to get stuck on this. Kazans? Kazans. Sazons. Sazons sounds more alien. Anyway, this means I captured one alive, because it doesn't say corpse. So that's good. We can do an interrogation on him. Same with Xenomorph Drone. We got them alive. We got a corpse. That's because we killed one. Or multiple. Didn't we kill multiple? Yeah, we got 2 corpses. We also... Dang it. See, these are the ones I wanted to capture. Light Scout Operator and Weapons Sergeant. Those are good ones to capture. But the corpses can be... It looks like they're only worth $1, but they're actually better than that because you can disassemble them, aka the armor that they have for like resources that you use to make other things. And same thing with the phaser rifles and stun grenades. It's not like I will be able to equip those now, but I can now use, I can disassemble those for their pieces. So there we go. Now we have a lot of research projects available. First thing I'll do is the interrogation. And then... It's interesting I get both of these because technically I only have one alien to provide. So it's kind of like I'm vivisecting the same alien twice. I don't actually know how many you're supposed to do at a time, but I'm going to go with 3 at a time. Because I know there's diminishing returns of some sort. So we'll do the interrogation first, and we'll work our way down through these. These researches let you disassemble those items into parts, which none of those parts are really useful to me yet, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot to start crafting a hunter. Oh, that's why. Never mind. Didn't forget. Now you can see we have a stockpile of things. You can sell some stuff if you are in dire need of money. Here you can see the soldiers and like how much they're injured. And they should heal up automatically over time. So yeah, we'll let the Chinook return. Garages and hangars have been complete. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. So now what we can do is order new planes. Let's see. Do I want 2 Chinooks and 4 F-17s? Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 dropships eventually. Alright, that's all the hangars we have. Probably need to get rid of the AWACS, to be honest. Yeah. I'll decommission you. Oh, it's airborne. We'll wait until it gets back. Okay, now we'll decommission you. How much does it cost, by the way? Where does it show me that? I guess it doesn't right here. Okay, so they're 30 grand to buy, and the maintenance is probably the most expensive part. You can see here. But honestly, it's scientists that cost the most money. Worth it. Totally worth it. And now I can build a missile battery? What else even fits there? I could have a second garage. That's it. I'll put the other radar there. I don't know. I'm just going to do a missile battery. I don't want to know what it's like when the aliens attack me, but I'd rather have a missile battery than not. And yeah, I think we'll hire a couple more troops and then we'll call it good for the first episode. Because we just need some backup peeps. So bravery, you don't want to have crap bravery. Like, honestly, these are like the only good choices. Because otherwise bravery is just too low. I feel like bravery at 40 or below is a bad idea. And then we care about time units, so these are garbage. Strength is easy to train, and they're already decent at it. Accuracy. Oof. 30 accuracy is bad. These three are bad. Reflexes also matter a lot. And if you have bad accuracy, you're going to need to get up close and personal. So bad accuracy and bad reflexes are kind of a bad combo. So I think I'm going to take these two out of contention. And then that means we shall be hiring these two guys. And here's the sad part, is when I take these two, the rest of them stay. So I wish there was a way to see which ones were the new ones, because like it rearranges the menu again, and so things move around, and then I get confused. So now I kind of have to do it again, because I already forgot who we had. Yeah, you guys were pretty bad at turn units. HP, strength. You're all decently strong. Oh yeah, bad accuracy, bad reflexes. So this is the new guy. James Alali. Okay, now I have to try to watch to see who the new person is. I wonder if there's an easy way to do it. I guess I could sort by name. But that won't help, will it? Huh. Interesting. Is there? I guess here. I'll just use my little snipping tool. Put that to the side, and then hire James. All right, so the new one is one of these two. Not Frederick. Frederick we had. So how are you looking? Accuracy, crap. Turn units, crap. All right, we're done. Done for the month, or at least until we get a refresh. I don't actually know what triggers a refresh. I think it's per month. So it's possible we'll have to get a couple more crappers. How many troopers is this total? Four. This is only 5. So we still need 3 more to even have 2 sets of 8. But yeah, you can see now they can carry more. So we can load them down even more than they were loaded down before. So for you, I will just give you another flashbang. Same with you. And same with you. Good. Heavy weapons. I think I've decided I don't need that much ammo for all of them. 4 kilograms is just so much. So instead, I'm going to try to fit in a med pack or 2. You've already got one. Give you another flare smoke grenade. You're fine. We need more grenades. Put them on the belt. I don't think it matters. Do a frag, because why not? And how much is C4? Oh, it weighs 3. It does incendiary, though, and it makes some smoke. Mainly for taking down walls, I think. Oh, you can just right-click on these? Oh, I did not know that. That's good to know. Good to know. Okay. What am I doing? I'll just do another flashbang. Okay. Rocketeer, I am thinking you're not the best build for the early game, at least. It's nice to have the accuracy, but it's just going to destroy all the corpses and items. So it's really only good for like an initial softening up of something. Maybe I want one shotgunner. He also has a lot of time units. So shotgunning, I need to change your role. Shotgunning is good for time unit usage because you can move, pretty far before you need to shoot. And then give in some extra things. Probably never going to need that much ammo. All right, we'll go with that. And then put you up with the shields. The problem is he's just going to die, so easily. So we need to be really careful with him. And then we can also rearrange where they are. So we want pistolas in the front. And then the machine guns. And then the shotgunner and the sniper. I'm still not even sure if having a sniper is all that useful, but we will. Anyway, we'll call that good for the first episode. Thank you for joining me on this X Division journey. We're going to be continuing on with many more videos. I'm going to be honest, though, I probably will not beat it. It's a very long journey. But we're going to see what we can do. And we might even lose multiple times and just get eventually tired of losing and quit. Who knows? But I'm having fun so far. So there will be quite a few more episodes at least. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to interact more, there is a Crydania Discord. There will be a link in the video description for that. We talk about all sorts of games. Automation games primarily, but many other strategic games as well. And there's a lot of us there, and we like to hang out and have fun. So join in on the fun. There's also a Twitch channel where I stream playing things like Factorio and other games, sometimes games like Xenonauts and a variety, but I decided for this one to be pre-recorded. And then I also have a Patreon. If you'd like to support me, feel free to do that. There's a link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.